Well, good morning, Restore Church. How are we this morning? Yes, it is great to be with you. Happy Sunday morning. It is the first Sunday of the new year. So excited that you're here with us. And those of you who are tuning online, we want to welcome you. We're grateful that you're here today and perhaps watching. I don't believe it's an accident that you're here, and I believe God's got something in store for you today. So welcome to Restore Church. We're happy and excited that you're here. I have spent some time in prayer for this moment, for this message. And in fact, this message was birthed a couple months ago when I was in a quiet time with the Lord, and I was just in this moment, this quiet space, and God began to speak very clearly to me in a way that I hadn't experienced Him quite the same way. Generally, I don't get a word for the year. Some people live their lives by the model of living by a word or a theme for the year. I generally haven't had that. But this year's different. God very clearly spoke to me personally, and then for my family, and then also for our church. And then I realized it has greater implications for our community and the region. And so I just really felt like that this was a strategic word for us. And also then when talking with the executive team and staff, we feel like this is strategic enough that we've developed a plan to help lead the church with this concept in mind. And so I just want to give you a word that 2024 is not just another year, but this is a year to ascend. And that's the word of the Lord that I heard specifically, that 2024 is a year to ascend. And so before we unpack that, the prophetic word, and talk about that, I've got an exciting announcement I want to share with you. Last week, I prepared I teased you a little bit by just saying that we've got some things we wanted to share, but we've got an opportunity for some life change to happen. And I don't know about you, if you've ever experienced a mission trip, but my life was changed when I went on a mission trip. I've been on several. I went on one when I was in high school to Mexico, changed my life. But my wife and I actually went on a mission trip together to Bogota, Colombia, and that changed not only our lives, but our marriage. And it was incredible to see how God used her in a ministry capacity, and it was incredible. But we've got two mission trip opportunities we want to tell you about right now, today. They're happening this year. One is in May 25th through the 31st, and the other one will be in June. The first trip is to Nicaragua. And if you're interested in going to Nicaragua, if you want to go on a mission trip, this is going to change your life. It's going to Pastor Alfaro's church, where he was here in October, sharing with us a little bit. It'll be an opportunity to minister into the capital city of Managua, and it'll be a great opportunity, a trip there, as well as to the Dominican Republic in June 22nd through the 29th. Both trips cost around about $1,500. And the amazing thing is I really feel like that God will provide. Some of you may be like, I really want to go. This is an opportunity, but you don't know how to afford that. Well, let me just tell you, when Courtney and I took some matters of faith, when we had a sense like, hey, we want to go to Bogota, to Colombia, we don't know how this is going to happen. We just said, okay, we're going to say yes, we're interested. Let's commit this to prayer. As soon as we committed to prayer and began to pray, within 24 hours, people came to us and said, hey, do you guys want to go to Colombia? We want to help support you. And so both tickets were raised, and we didn't even say anything to anybody other than answer their questions. The Holy Spirit began to stir in people's hearts. And you may be in this room or watching online, you may be like, you know what? I can't go, but I would love to bless somebody. I have the means and ability to help somebody go who's feeling called to go, but may not have the resources to go. And this will not only bring life change for them as individuals, but also continue to be life change to our church. So I just want to encourage you to take a bold step if you're thinking at all about missions. I'm super, 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 super excited about it. If you want more information, at our partners meeting on the 29th, I think this month, the end of the month, there'll be more information about that. So if you want to go or interested in finding out more information, stay tuned in emails and correspondences that way, as well as at our partners meeting. So I want to dive into today's message, and I want to just encourage us as we gather together as a congregation that we're not just a congregation, but we're a community with a divine appointment. Like God set this up today. God knows what He's doing. And the call to ascend, if this is a year to ascend, the call to ascend isn't a casual invitation. It's an invitation, but it's not a casual one. It's an invitation, it's a summons by the King of Kings. It's to raise higher. It's to reach deeper. It's to encounter His glory in ways like we've never imagined. And so this year, I think, as we begin to take steps to ascend and continue our journey of faith as individuals, as family units, as a community of faith, as a broader community and region, I believe God is going to strengthen us for the journey. In fact, we're reminded in Isaiah 40:31, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not be faint. And so I want to just challenge us for a moment as we dive into the message today, that God's called us on a spiritual journey as individuals and as a church family. And part of that journey has to do with